Pioneers have it in their own territory as we begin the second period. Staniszewski, a nice rink-wide pass. Connects here on the tape of Donor. Donor pulled a wrist shot wide to the left. Inboard Karam, and swooping in to pick up the puck was Lexi Staniszewski. Taps it down to the boards. It was intercepted. Walking ahead with it is Sabia. Sabia looking straight ahead. A missed connection there. Looking for Wilm. Icing was waved off as Wilm got just out ahead of Fitzery. Well, spinning center feed there. Pioneers do a good job of absorbing that as Santulo was able to zip it ahead for Lexi Staniszewski. Staniszewski will be content to leave the puck off in the corner here. She heads to the bench for changes. 19:08 to go, second period. A 1-0 score favoring Manhattanville on a goal by Janet Zhu. 18-18 the time of the goal on the power play of the first period, assisted by Mency and Palowitz.
Yeah, when you're looking at Utica right now, obviously facing a 1-0 deficit, they're going to be looking, obviously it's been a game of centimeters. They've just barely been missing off as it's hit the crossbar, it's hit the net, it's hit other players, but they have just not been able to find it. So Rebecca Brown is going to have to be the player to lead them.
Just had a shot there in on Pachaka. Another opportunity there from the dots, guided wide by Taylor Dion. Out of the corner, Brown stuffing it through the slot. It will trickle all the way to the back side of the play where it's peeled off the boards by Dion. Trying to jam at it and keep it in the zone. There was Colby Vegas, but it was knocked away from her by Nicole Mency. Pioneers dump it back in. 18-17 to go. We are in the second period of action. Meredith with it in the corner. Had her stick lifted there by Borsoi. Borsoi now pressed away from the puck as she got tangled up with Anna Tittman. Comes across to the near side. Ricky Hobb feeding it out towards the front of the net there. Knocked away by Holly Meredith on the defensive play. Guides it out to the boards. Turning around with a shot attempt was Borsoi, but that was blocked away, and now it's guided ahead to Mency. Mency coming in with the one-on-one. Coming after Hosbeek. Tried to pull the little toe drag wrister there, only to have it slide across the wrister, slide across the ice surface and wide. Comes back outside the zone, dumped into the left wing corner. Circling around her own net here is Kirsten Johnson. Johnson straight ahead for Vegas. And Vegas overskated the puck. That was Ricky Hobb as it was guided all the way back in from distance by the Valiants. The bouncing puck stopped and held by Bria Riley. 17:29 to play, and we are in period 2.
Yeah, absolutely. When looking into the second period, I think David Cooney said it perfectly. This offense was rolling early on in the season. They're now looking for an identity. So where they will find it, we don't know yet, but we have a couple names that will be up in the air for it.
Heavy shot there by Howard, created a rebound scrum in front. Clark right in the middle of it for the Valiants. But Utica does a good enough job there to buy Riley enough time to cover the puck. 17:22 to play, second period. Utica will bring out the forward line of Donor, Staniszewski, and Santula. Janet Zhu to take the draw for the Valiants. Drop of the puck. Getting the stick down first was Santulo as it came out to the corner, and Adele Clark handling it in traffic here for the Valiants. Back to Zhu. Zhu, nice little move there, trying to cut to the middle, was looking for a penalty call there. She got upended, but she won't get it. Pioneers carry ahead back the other way. Donor will take a spill as well as she came in over the blue line, and this time there will be an obstruction call against the Valiants with 17:04 to go in the second period. Textbook obstruction call there. Sandelin's headed off. Legally gained advantage out wide. The attacking player's legs were taken out from underneath her. The puck carrier's legs were taken out from underneath her there. That's about as textbook as it gets, but the Valiants, I'm sure, would have liked that one at the other end that they did not get. But it's Utica that gets the better of the call here, and they will have the power play. Comes back to the left point, Hosbeek. Hosbeek across to Vegas, and that was blocked out high on the shot attempt at the right point. Down to Hershey. Hershey D-to-D pass over to Hosbeek. Hosbeek stuffs this down the boards through Pelowitz. Becky Brown retrieves it in the corner and does a good job protecting it as she carries it around the net. Up top, Vegas in through traffic, hit a skate in front. Pelowitz guides it away, and it will escape the zone by Hosbeek. Hosbeek back to retrieve it alongside Sabia. Hosbeek getting there first. Reverses it along to Vegas. Vegas up shy of the red line on the pass to Becky Brown. It took a hop off of her stick, and the Valiants will regroup, and there's an intercept. Vegas walking in, was passing it towards the feet of Lexi Staniszewski. A good active stick to deflect it away by Allie Howard. And now Howard will crank it all the way down. 16:07 to go second period, a minute gone, and the penalty to the Valiants.
Yeah, the Valiants so far today, one thing that they've been doing absolutely fantastic that I think is the reason why the Pioneers have not found their way onto this scoreboard yet was the fact that they've been able to interrupt any pass that the Pioneers try to put through. When their Pioneer spacing has been flawless so far today, but it's the fact that they can't get the passes from one player to the next because the Valiants have been that good just getting the stick out and putting it in their own offensive end.
Dion across the corner here on the power play. 32 seconds remaining in the advantage. From the corner, Donor leaves this down for Staniszewski. Staniszewski tried to get it through some legs there. It was blocked away by Lainey Nash, and the Valiants again find a way to get a stick on it and clear it beyond the zone. 15:20 to go second period. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Santulo. Great move at the blue line. Santulo getting into the slot. Rising shot in through traffic in front. It was momentarily loose, and coming to the aid of Pajaka was Amanda Sabia. And she came up with a stick to sweep it away. Long point shot here. Rebound was alive for a second for Maddie Patos. On that long shot by Dion, who of course has quite the hammer of a point shot. But it's Pajaka who is able to survive that opportunity with another stop and freeze. Penalty has expired. We are back to 5-on-5 with 15:04 to play in the second period.
Yeah, different period, same result for Utica. They've just been a matter of just getting little centimeters that have separated the puck from the back of the net here. So, I mean, something's going to have to change, or they're going to have to get a little extra oomph in their shot if they're going to look to score.
Hosbeek with a bouncing puck guided wide of the cage. Hosbeek will leave this down for Patos. Patos pumps this around to the opposite corner, and the scrum for it continues there. With it on the backhand for a moment was Johnson. Got fenced away by Janet Zhu up to the offensive blue line for Manhattanville, and no further. Their entry attempt denied by Utica. Rink wide pass on ahead to Clark. Clark cutting wide, had her pass deflected. Down to the high slot here, a little bit of a broken play forming perhaps for the Valiants. And a good job to get it out of harm's way by Maddie Patos as the Valiants were getting bodies to the point of attack there. And on those net front scrums, that's how you can create some of those broken play counters. And right there, they almost got a little something set up that probably wasn't the way it was originally drawn up.
Yeah, that's about a little bit of a disaster plan there for both sides. I mean, especially for the Pioneers there. Their defense obviously lapsed in something that like you said, Ray, was not planned for the Valiants here as they're going to go back on a fast break.
And Patos did a great job of getting in there. That's good layering on the defensive zone coverage. Valiants bring it back in. A shot from the circle there by Holly Meredith. And the save is made by Bria Riley. Riley with the glove save, 13:53 to go. Second period, 1-0 the score as Manhattanville leads Utica in this UCHC tilt.
Yeah, obviously I don't know how the Valiants are personally feeling, but I mean, I can just sense a new grasp of confidence within the Valiants so far to start this second period. I mean, they have just been a lot quicker and a lot more aggressive than the first period.
Braden James backpedaling, pumps it to the corner, leaves this here down low for Anna Tittman. Tittman around the boards. Her pass intercepted by Serena Fitzery, but Fitzery under pressure turned it over to Mensing. Held in at the left point by the Valiants, but not for long. Guided on ahead to Ricky Hobb. Hobb had her pocket picked. Meredith sweeps it around the boards. Back to get it first is Dion for Utica. Straight ahead, connects there onto the tape of Allie McFadden, and it's guided out through center. McFadden, the native of the North Country, comes all the way from Potsdam. Just south of the Canadian border up there in the North Country in New York. 13 minutes to go, second period. Dump in by the Valiants, was sticked away by Riley. Patos into the feet of McFadden, and now dumped in deep by Ricky Hobb. Pioneers will get changes on. They bring back out the top line. Donor, Staniszewski, Santulo. And a pass leaks through the forecheck pressure. Could be trouble here, and not for long. Could have been a potential break at the net front there for Manhattanville, but Sabio was not able to get it onto the stick blade of the player waiting for it in front. 12:26 to go, second period. Utica did a great job gapping up on that play as they settle it back behind their own net now. Cornick giving chase into the corner, a collision there. And she took a Manhattanville player out of the play alongside her. Cleared it all the way down to the middle of the Manhattanville zone. The player she took down was Sabia, by the way. 12:05 to go, second period, 1-0 Valiants.
Yeah, another thing, too, for Utica here is the whistle has been spelled for, I don't know, Ray, you probably know the call more than I do, but obviously what we're seeing right now for Utica is the fact that look at a little bit of miscommunication it might be, because, I mean, we're seeing some really good passes, but, I mean, we're not seeing a lot of, ability to finish and get connected with the play.
And both teams, to their credit, are really getting an authoritative back check right now. They're really not allowing a whole lot of time and space to operate on those transition chances. They're keeping their feet moving. There have been a few obstruction calls, which are a byproduct of momentary lapses most of the time when somebody doesn't keep their feet moving, but collectively, the feet have been moving defensively on both sides. It's a slashing call, by the way, on the Valiants on Sabia. So the Pioneers back to the power play. 1-0 Valiants right now. Vegas off the catch, sweeps it back left for Hosbeek. Hosbeek to the corner. Brown, a good job to protect the puck away from the defending Laney Nash. Brown has it hemmed up in the corner. Nash right back in there for the Valiants. Brown looking back to the point. Again, got caught in the scrum. Dion in to help out. Hosbeek will pinch down the boards as well to get some momentary involvement. Batted at the puck and now tapped it down low. Brown twirled it to the front, had it come off a body, digging for it. Dion scooped it towards goal and just guided it wide. There was a gap there for Pajaka, but she just wasn't able to get it through. Up top, Vegas, point shot right to the glove of Pajaka, and she'll get the glove save and hold on. 11:08 to go, second period. 1-0 Valiants on a first period goal by Zoo remains our score.
Yeah, Pajaka once again being the kryptonite to Utica right now. I mean, she has obviously had 17 shots on her. I mean, she's saved 100%. Coming into this season, she had a 93% save percentage, only allowing 1.64 goals. So, I mean, to see this is quite impressive, especially even though it's against the Utica phenomenal offense.
Dion hesitates, cranks one just over the crossbar. It caught the end-board glass. 58 seconds to go on the power play. Retrieved up top, Santulo sweeps it across, and the shot from the hash marks by Donor just goes wide. Pioneers will keep the pressure on. Good pinch there by Cornick. Got it down to Santulo. Wrist shot goes off the side of the net. 10:42 to play, second period. Santulo guides this up top. Dion pinching down the boards, but Mency did a good job of breaking it through by getting firm contact there with the lumber on the puck to just get that beyond the blue line and force Utica to reset. Donor walking in, shot into the pads of Pajaka, made the save and kicked it wide to the corner. Back behind the net, swept along by Martignetti, up the wall, not out, held in here by Dion. Dion carrying the middle. Another heavy rising wrister comes off the Cole Mency. Rink-wide pass for Adele Clark. Clark had it poked away from her, and it comes all the way back out to center. Hosbeek controlling it in the neutral zone. To Johnson to Johnson here. So, hey, I think that's actually a bath products company. 9.5 to go, second period. It just made sense there. One Johnson to the other. Johnson and Johnson. 9:27 to go, second period. Clark carrying down in the corner. Keeps the feet moving here and finds it on the other side of Hosbeek after it was batted over a stick blade. Back to the center point. With it, Ellis Smith. Smith with a shot that goes wide. Jumps to the side of the net. And the Valiants on it here with Janet Zoo. Zoo circling away to the high slot. Open for a second there was Clark, but she had some trouble with the catch, so wasn't able to get much away there on the release. And the Pioneers take advantage as they bring it up to the offensive blue line. Pato's a long bouncing puck. went after her own rebound there. Bring it ahead. Here's Sabia. Sabia straight ahead for Lopes. Lopes giving chase into the corner alongside Fitzery. Left it there, far wing side. The centering feed rolling through the low slot. Harmlessly from Sabia. Flag down on the opposite side of the corner by Meredith for just a moment, but Dion stayed with her, lifted the stick, and cleared the zone. 8:12 to go, second period. The puck hops high and up into the Manhattanville bench to freeze play. Shots on goal right now are 20-10 Utica, but the Valiants lead this one 2-0.
Yeah, it definitely speaks volumes right now to how Pajaka has been able to just handle this Utica defense and their onslaught of shots. I mean, it's truly been impressive to watch. And on the other end, Riley, I mean, you said it, Ray. I mean, her previous meetings with Manhattanville has gone her way in terms of only allowing one goal. So to see this 2-0 lead is pretty surprising. It speaks volumes how the Valiants truly read their scouting report and knew exactly how to match up against Riley.
7:54 to go, second period. It's Valiants 2, Utica 0. Back to retrieve it for the Pioneers, and turning it up the wall there was Lindsay Winter. We have not seen much out of Lindsay Winter today, as she is dressed, I believe, today as the spare. Up and out of play, the puck goes over the far wing glass. So the draw will be coming just outside the Utica zone on the far side here. 7:42 to go, second period. 2-0 Valiants on goals by Janet Zhu and Nicole Mency. Comes across to the native of Minnesota, Lindsay Winter here. Winter straight up the boards to the neutral zone for Donor, and this will trickle down wide of Pajaka. That will be icing.
Yeah, for Utica, I mean, one thing to note is that they still have plenty of time on the clock. I mean, they have 7:33 left in this second period. They have the entire third period. If anything, they just can't fall back and start being a little bit desperate. And, you know, I could spell a little bit of that and how they were passing there towards the second period. So they need to regain that confidence. They need to find, you know, even in their senior leadership with, you know, Hasback, they need to find it in some sort of way, because right now they don't seem to have any.
Yeah, getting Hasbeek back is for sure definitely huge. I mean, you're talking about a player that has logged a lot of minutes on the blue line the last couple of years, and they were without her for almost the entire first half of the year. So it's good to get her back and get that leadership on the blue line back as well. 7:10 to go, second period. Valiants trying to navigate this out of their own end here. And they will be able to get it to the red line where it's intercepted by Vegas. Lainey Nash turned the puck over there. Nash now gets a takeaway of her own. Leaves it left side. Mency gets in. The play is onside. Got a tap on it there at the top of the circle. Now gets it back. And she was able to get it on the turnover by Lindsay Winter. Played down the middle of the ice surface there, and it's intercepted. Here comes Hershey. Hershey walking in. Bounces a puck along the ice on the shot. Then missed wide left, and Winter peels off the boards and sends it back across where it hops out of the zone, and Johnson has to pivot back to play the puck. 6:30 to play, second period, 2-0 Valiants. As the Pioneers find themselves a little bit behind the 8 ball tonight here in conference play in the second period.
Yeah, here he goes. They're going to go on a quick attack, and we've been seeing that a lot for Utica.
Cutting right, rising shot, glove side, missed it over the bar. Caught the end board glass. Out to the goal line extended, Martignetti. Up near wing side, floated out through center, and Johnson will find it here. Getting spun around is Hershey. She gets taken down alongside Ellis Smith. No penalty call on the play. Hosby comes away with it, overskated the puck a little bit there, but had the wherewithal to tap it to the corner to stay above the puck there. Martignetti curling around behind her own net, 5:49 to play, second period. Far side neutral zone pass is taken away by Boursoy as it was edged just out of the reach of DeFusco.
Yeah, I mean, number 44, Olivia Hershey, she was the one that was down in that last play, a little slow to get up. Hopefully she's okay. I mean,
Dion driving wide, circles around, finds McFadden out high. Quick wrist shot was blocked there by the ranging Amanda Sabia. Loose puck off the bounce, found there for a moment by McFadden. McFadden leaves that to the corner to Boursoy. And McFadden and will keep it moving quickly with the backhand from left to right out to the corner. Hobb in hot pursuit, but the Valiants will find a way to deflect the puck out of the zone as it came off the blade of Wilm and all the way back to UC territory. 5 minutes to go, second period, 2-0 Valiants.
Yeah, here we go for the Valiants here. Their speed has been something that I've noted before. I mean, even right now, I mean, they are just not giving up on any plays whatsoever.
Lopes chopping the puck wide. Out to the end boards, and Lopes will get it right back here in neutral ice. Rather, that's Pelowitz. Pelowitz swings the puck ahead onto the tape of Lopes. Lopes down to the hash marks on the pass, and it was intercepted there by Fitzery. Boursoy looking two lines there up for Donor. It was intercepted. Here comes Mency with a goal in this game. Tried to make the inside move on Boursoy and ended up losing her lumber there as she tried to make the move across the veteran defender. 4:22 to go, second period. Cleared all the way down by Utica, and icing is called.
Yeah, an impressive play there for number 27 in Mency. I mean, she was quick on the attack there, and she just an impressive interception too. I mean, that's really just been an important factor for this Valiant defense. I mean, they have not let Utica just fall back with their spacing. Because, as I said, Utica's spacing has been flawless tonight. It's just whether or not they can complete the pass. That play right there demonstrated just how quick and how aggressive these Valiants are so far in today's game.
4:21 to play, second period. Offensive zone face-off. It's controlled here by Manhattanville. To the corner, Mency. Mency to the forehand of Braden James. James back to the left point for Howard. Howard back down to Mency here, left side circle. 4:08 to go, second period. Still playing five aside here at the Utica Memorial Auditorium. Fitzery steers that up the boards for Donor. Donor will make her escape out of the zone and brings it across the grain, carries in right wing side. Donor, rising shot over the crossbar, was outnumbered back there and elected to be decisive with the puck there, and will one towards the front of the net. 3:43 to play, second period. Long clear, Boursoy back to get it first, or rather Vegas, and this will be an icing on the Valiants.
Yeah, another impressive play there for the Pioneers here. I mean, they are seamlessly just continuing to be on the attack, and it's impressive to see. If anything, their transitions between their squads have been just something to note too. That could potentially be a problem. I mean, just doing it at the wrong time, possibly. I mean, they've been quick on the attack here, and as they here won the face-off here, that's been one thing that they have completely and utterly dominated so far in today's game. Here it could be something to highlight when they go into the second period.
Brown's pass to the point, intercepted. Here's Mency walking in with a good series of moves, but ultimately made that extra one that lost her the puck. Braden James, good support out of the corner, able to keep the play alive. Came back to the line for a shot by Martignetti, and the Pioneers repel that and bring it back the other way. Here's Hershey down the right wing side. Hershey carries into the high slot, let it fly, and it was contacted by the blade of Martignetti and put up and out of play. 3:06 remaining, second period, 2-0 Valiants. A goal in each period here tonight.
Yeah, when you're looking at, obviously the second period is coming to a close. I mean, Utica's really just got to stress what they've been doing right, which is winning face-offs. They've been able to spread the floor really well, or spread the ice, I apologize. And
a lot of hockey left to play here going into the third period, but the Pioneers have to find some finish here. Staniszewski to the front, across Santulo, trying to flush in the rebound with the backhand, and Pajaka stayed with it all the way, and the puck ultimately guided wide. Staniszewski, left wing side of the line, slips it around the board. Santulo in after it, knocking it up the wall is Lainey Nash, just narrowly escapes the zone here as Kirsten Johnson tapped it back in a little bit deeper, and it comes rolling over to Ellis Smith. Smith up to her offensive blue line, hammers it off the end boards. Hosbeek with the retrieval, and across to Johnson. Johnson curls this up the boards, finds Nicole Johnson. Left wing side, rink wide pass, connects here with Donor, gains the zone. Donor pulls one near side post. The save by Pajaka as Donor was looking for the near wing post. A minute 48 to go, second period. There's a Valiant player without a stick. Santulo twirling one towards the high slot that will hit a stick and end up popping out to center ice. Pioneers have to regroup. Serena Fitzery looking up to the offensive blue line, was looking to nail one there for Olivia Hershey that could have created a great chance. And now an intercept. Pioneers walking in with numbers. Johnson trying to center it across. She got taken down as she tried to sweep the puck across, and it was blocked by Howard on the pass intended for Hershey. A delayed call on against the Valiants. Long shot hits a leg in front, and Palowitz will get the touch on it finally. A minute 13 to go, second period. Utica opportunity knocking here for the Pioneers as they'll have the power play on this defensive zone penalty for the Valiants.
Yeah, the Pioneers right now, obviously they finally seem to have gotten their confidence back as the period comes to a close, and also with the fact that, I mean, you know, they've been able to get on the fast break so far. Now they can finally be on a power play. Here they have so far lost every single opportunity that they have gotten, so hopefully it will be different occasion here today.
Penalty, number 18, Morgan Wilm, 2 minutes, hooking. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 46 seconds.
And there's the call from downstairs. It's hooking on Morgan Wilm. A minute to go, second period. 2-0 Valiants our score. Zoo and Mency with the goals. Locked up far wing corner. Dion digging at it. Comes loose to Hershey. Hershey dug it out to the front and just couldn't get it through. Pajaka, a heavy shot from the pinching Hosbeek will carry over the crossbar as well. 40 seconds to go in the second period. Comes over to Hosbeek. Hosbeek rotates it back to Dion. Dion with the shot. That was blocked away, but Zoo's clear out attempt unsuccessful. It was held in by Hosbeek.
Yeah, you can sense a little bit of urgency here as Utica's trying to get a goal.
Hershey below the goal line, trying to jam it inside the right post. Kicked away by Pajaka. Another chance from the bottom of the circle by Brown, and Pajaka just got a piece. Out into the corner, 13 seconds to go, second period. Dion with the zone keep. Lasers a pass over to Becky Brown. Brown up top to Hosbeek. Rushes a bouncing puck in through traffic. A scramble for it here at the net front. As Hershey tried to guide it back in, and Staniszewski fell on the puck in front of
Pioneers hockey, only on 90.7 FM WPNR.
And we're back here on WPNR 90.7 FM. Start of the third period. Pioneers with the power play for the next 32 seconds. There's a spillover penalty on Morgan Wilm from the second period that she got for hooking at 18:47 of the second period. Valiants with it behind their own net. Holly Meredith trying to clear it out. It was held in by Hosbeek, and she steers it along to Donor. Donor sweeping it around the kick plate of the boards down to Santulo. Up to the right point. Dion unloads with a shot. That came off the shin of the defender out high. That was Amanda Sabia. On a cross, Hosbeek unleashes a shot. Blocked on the low side by Palowitz. Although the puck continues to rumble alive here down low, trying to sweep it to the front was Lexi Staniszewski, and it got knocked away and cleared out by Zoe Palowitz for the Valiants. 19 minutes to go, third period.
Yeah, for Utica there, I mean, obviously unfortunate. We talked before the break, you know, the Utica was finally starting to get a little bit of a momentum in there, you know, despite the 2-0 deficit, you know, so seeing them unable to capitalize on the power play is really unfortunate for them. Hopefully they can capitalize, though, and make this a contest.
Lopes drops that off, back for Ella Smith. Pioneers with a takeaway. Bad angle throw towards goal there by Becky Brown, but that was snared away in front by Holly Meredith, and she leads it back ahead. The Valiants clear it down off the stick of Lopes. Back first is Kira Borsoi, or rather Colby Vegas. Vegas the first one back between the circles there, able to get the touch up with 18:28 to go.
Yeah, and one thing to note, too, for so far in these two periods, obviously Dave talked about it earlier, we talked about it a little bit earlier, was identity. Offensive identity, and so far they have not been able to find it, but one name to point out is Donor for Utica. I mean, we've heard her name a lot so far in the second period and the third period to start off. Obviously, she came into tonight with 6 goals in 6 assists, so definitely look out for her because she has been on target tonight so far.
Colby Vegas doing a good job sealing the wall here after the Valiants came away with a draw, trying to clear it out of the zone. Third effort will be the charm here as Morgan Wilm got it beyond her own blue line. Now ahead to Sabia. Sabia give and go with the wing. Sabia in close and just missed it past the pipe. Good little give and go set up there alongside Tiana Lopes. But the Valiants won't be able to cash in. Utica comes away unscathed. Still 2-0 Manhattanville with 17:50 left. Up the right wing side boards. It just got behind Nicole Mency on the two-line pass from Allie Howard. That gets all the way down. It's icing. 17:43 to go. Icing on the Valiants will set things up here on the near side dot.
Yeah, another thing too here, obviously we talked about Donor, before the play-by-play. She is actually Utica College's career, active point leader with 60 points so far. So, I mean, obviously if there's one person to put your identity and your faith into to close this game out, it's her.
Down below the circles, and I can add a little bit to your point as we get the next stoppage here, but Hosby creeping down the boards, trying to center one through. That was angled away by the Valiant defense. Now left below the dots here on the pass along the boards, and not able to come up with it was McFadden as the Valiants carry it ahead. Mency looking down the middle, overskating the puck was Braden James at the offensive blue line. McFadden to work here on the far side boards. Took down Tittman there. The loose puck coming along to Mency. And now it hops away from her, and it's taken by Kirsten Johnson. Kirsten Johnson down the boards here, walled off, and then shrugs off the defending Martignetti. As the loose puck continues to hop around in the corner. Back behind the net of Pajaka. Goal line extended. Reaching for it was Sioux City. To the corner. Johnson up top. Puck was punched through the slot there by Serena Fitzery from left to right down into the right wing corner. And now Johnson mashing a puck wide off the kick play to the end boards. Circling with it back out high, Johnson. Johnson makes a defender miss. Johnson bearing down with it, shoots it in through traffic. And that hit a body in front, never made its way in on Pajaka. 16:20 to go, third period. 2-0 to score. Johnson out of the corner. Johnson feeding backdoor, score!
Yeah, awesome job to see that goal scored there. I mean, she was silent the first two periods. Obviously getting Utica College the full momentum now as it's now erased from a 2-0 deficit to 2-1. Hopefully that'll get Utica College up and rolling.
Maddie Patos with her second in as many games, the third goal of her career.
That's an impressive feat right there. Here is hopefully, that'll get her started 2 on her career. Get a couple more here. Need one more to tie it up.
Maddie Patos keeps this up. She's going to earn the name Mrs. Third Period. Her goal against Middlebury also came in the third period. And that goal pulled Utica within one.
Yeah, are we going to see another Utica College comeback here? Obviously, Middlebury, they came back from 4-1.
Donor showing some jump here, almost snuck it through along the pads of Pajaka, but Pajaka got the leg out to seal off the post, and Staniszewski was denied access to a rebound. 15:48 left to go. The cover there for Pajaka will force an in-zone draw. But anyway, the goal gets Utica back within one, a 2-1 game now.
Yeah, I mean, this is a full contest now. We talked before the game, or before the matchup, that these two teams were evenly matched, and now we're finally seeing it come into fruition here. Is now with a 2-1 here, obviously, and maybe a 2-2 coming up pretty soon.
Johnson with the assist, Patos with the goal. Sioux City gets credit for the other assist. As we get a clear all the way down, right off the face-off for the Valiants. Vegas back to touch up here, and it will come back into Valiant territory. Manhattanville tonight wearing those black jerseys with the silver numbers. Pretty sharp look, if I do say so myself. And Utica, of course, with one of the best home white jerseys in Division III.
Now, Ray,
I say that objectively, of course.
Now, Ray, you said something about you had more information about Donor and her 60.
Oh, yes, and one of the things that really comes out to me about her game collectively is that a lot of the things that she does and does consistently, Hershey with it here in the corner, we will get a penalty call here. A couple of sticks are swinging back at the blue line between DeFusco and Vegas. And it will be Vegas who is going off here for Utica with 15:25 left. So the Valiants will have the power play. They're going to take DeFusco too, so they will offset. But anyway, so where I'm going with Donor is a lot of the things that she does consistently well, and it's a lot of the physical aspects of the game. She's really, really good at getting to the dirty areas in front of the net, hammering away at rebounds, getting good position, establishing the base that she needs to be able to hold up in the middle of those scrums. But those are things that you look at what the Detroit Red Wings did for a long time, and they had 20-plus consecutive years, I believe, playoff appearances. There are signs all over their facilities that talk about having a repeatable effort and doing things every day that are repeatably good. Elizabeth Donor is one of those players.
Yeah, she truly is the embodiment. I mean, even in my short time at Utica coming to these games, I mean, she has been like that one player that you can consistently see just making that extra effort, putting out that extra heart. That's truly great to see, and hopefully it'll, help her on with her, future career.
Both calls for roughing, DeFusco and Vegas. Both off, and we are playing for a side. So some open ice to work with here. Sabia, left wing side, guided one towards the 5-hole of Riley, made the save. Sabia finds the rebound, pulls it back, and just couldn't guide it through. Hit a body in front there. Valiants able to hold it in the zone. Shot from the wing taken by Lopes, and the stick stop made by Riley as she angled it out to the corner. Santullo on ahead to Johnson. Johnson gains the line right wing side. 14:50 left, 2-1 Manhattanville leading Utica. Minute 23 left on the matching minor penalties. Again, we're playing for side.
Yeah, Santullo there on the last play, as you could see her foot got in, disrupted the play. I mean, Manhattanville really did get on that break there. I thought, they were, one little stick short of a goal.
Johnson down into the corner with the pass. Becky Brown in the middle of the scrum there. Dion got a stick on it as well. Cornick does a good job holding the puck in. It took an end-board bounce to the side of the net. And the Valiants trying to get this out with Ellis Smith, and they will be able to connect with Mency here. Mency, a great move to lose Becky Brown. Mency gains the line. Heavy slap shot right into the crest of the jersey of Bria Riley. And Riley was able to freeze the puck. 14:08 to go.
Yeah, definitely in this third period, ever since Utica scored the goal, they've been keeping Riley, wide awake right now. I mean, they're being really impressive with their breaks and just ability to they're on point with their shots.
Offensive zone face-off. Janet Zhu with a goal in this game, able to win the draw, but unable to hold it in was Lainey Nash after it was dealt into her possession. Left wing corner, Dion pulls up with it. Tried to fire the puck ahead. It was deflected by Mency, who was up on the forecheck. Cornick now looking for Staniszewski, and her stick got lifted out and neutralized. And a brief takeaway for the Valiants to help them win the territorial battle a little bit here as the Pioneers launch it back ahead. Getting back for it first, ahead of Santullo was Pelowitz. Around the rim to Nash. Pioneers hold it in, down to Staniszewski. Santullo into the scrum to help out as they try to play it out of the defender's legs, and they will be able to do so. Both penalties have expired. We are back to 5-on-5, and both players are going to the benches here. 13:18 to go, third period. Valiants regain the zone. Mency, top of the circle, feeding it down low. Sabia stuffs it to the front. Wilm with the last look on it there before it was covered up by Riley. And a big hit thrown on Wilm at the net front after the play. 13:10 left to go.
Yeah, questionable call there. Obviously a hard contact. She's able to get up and she's okay. Obviously, frustrations are going to come out. We said
tensions are going to run high here for the next 13:10.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, after something like that, surprisingly, they're going to keep it 5-on-5 and let these two teams settle it. I'm sure the officials have addressed it down there.
Yeah,
but that kind of came in a little bit late there at the front of the net on Will.
Yeah,
13:10 left to go. Utica's got to be careful. They cannot afford to go on the penalty kill at this phase of the game. You don't want to do that, as that's about 2 minutes to come off your clock to have the best possible chance to come back and get that tying goal, which Utica's looking for in the next 12:50.
Yeah, not to mention, I mean, Manhattanville has been able to capitalize on power play opportunities tonight, so definitely don't want to have that opportunity come again.
So you definitely got to refrain from anything after the whistle. 12:40 left to go. Comes ahead to Pados, who has the goal in the game for Utica. Sioux City, who assisted on that goal with a touch on it outside the blue line, and hammers it to the end boards. Pelowitz turns this off to the right, connects with Sandelin's rink wide pass, intercepted here by Dion. Dion from the circle, put it on the screws there for Hershey, guided the deflection wide. Fed in from the side of the net. Rebound was there, and it got behind Dion. Back to the point, a heavy shot through traffic by Hosby caught the glass. 12:11 to go, third period. Pioneers piling up a few chances here. Puck took a bounce off a stanchion out to the side of the net. Valiant able to get it out to the near wing corner, but Hershey is there to tie up to Fusco, and the Pioneers win the battle. Hershey up top to Winter. Winter hesitates, leaves it over now for Vegas. Bounced it off the end boards. It's Hershey finding it below the circles here. From the right wing half wall. Spun away from pressure, but lost the puck down low, and Janet Zoo cleared it out. A made connection here to Lopes. Lopes feeding the high slot, and DeFusco was a step behind the play. Intercepted by Santulo. Hershey getting corkscrewed into the ice surface here on the incidental contact. Down low into the corner. Brown in scrumming for the puck here as Utica has it locked up in Manhattanville territory once more. 11:20 left to go. Valiant's come away with it. As Lainey Nash spins it rink wide, DeFusco back in support, collects the puck here and banks it off the far wing boards up to neutral ice. And Janet Zoo from the red line will do the rest on the dump in. 11:05 to go, third period.
Yeah, and another point, too, for, Santulo, the freshman forward. Obviously we've been seeing her get in on a couple more plays here to start this third period out. And she's been really impressive so far. I mean, she's been really quick on the puck so far. She's been able to drive it quick. She's been a huge part of a lot of these fast breaks that Utica's been getting. I mean, and, defensively, too. I mean, she's been, like I said earlier, she got that foot in that stopped Manhattanville from scoring their third goal of the night. So she's been at a huge impact, and she's been one of those more quiet players to get it done.
Tittman and Santulo there on the face-off. Pioneers able to clear it down. Staniszewski in pursuit of it here. Loose puck at the circles. Mency leaves this around the boards to the far corner to Allie Howard. Howard straight up the wall for Braden James, who got spun around and couldn't quite find the puck, and Utica will be able to regroup back in their own territory once more. And play stops with 9:38 left to go.
Yeah, it's sad to see that push, end up not going into fruition there for Utica College. I mean, we're seeing a lot of good opportunities. They've had a great job spacing and just controlling the puck. It could be the difference maker and possibly tying this game up with 9:38 to go as Manhattanville wins the faceoff.
Faceoff one here to Becky Brown. Utica looking for the equalizer. They trail 2-1 in the final 10 minutes of this one. Hosbeek across to Johnson. Johnson lets it fly. A nice sliding block made by Sabia. She is a master shot blocker. We've seen that on display a few times in this game. Hershey, a good job tying it up on this forecheck. Left down low to Dion. Dion with it on the backhand up top. Hosbeek across to Johnson. Johnson steers it into the circle where it was met by Sabia. Sabia puts it off the dasher now. And a foot race for it back at the other end. Hosbeek just getting out in front of Lopes. Hosbeek using the net as a barrier for a moment before turning it up ice to begin the breakout. Sidesteps one forechecker. Hosbeek carrying it in herself, trying to make one final move to open up for the shot before Martignetti finally got a poke on it for Manhattanville. 8:44 left to go. Long two-line pass, and the Valiants almost left with an offensive threat in all alone there as Sabia was wide open, but the puck hops over her stick, and Utica will be able to dodge a bullet there as the Valiants settle for the dump in.
Yeah, that was a really scary play here as Manhattanville obviously going to try to get another push on it.
Race for it on the long clear out by Manhattanville, and they'll say that Kornick got to it first ahead of Adele Clark. So the draw will be coming back into Valiant territory with 8:23 left to go.
Yeah, Utica obviously very fortunate with that call. I mean, you know, they obviously need to capitalize. They've been able to win face-offs time and time again. So that's one way to start a possible tying pursuit.
Face-off won by the Valiants. And it will be gathered up by Adele Clark. Clark down the far wing boards and out of the zone. 8:10 left to go. Rink wide pass finds Lexi Staniszewski. Santulo presents a target up the strong side wing. The pass connects. Santulo through the legs of the waiting defender Adele Clark. And the play was angled away to the near side boards, but not out. Begas digging for it here alongside Santulo. And the loose puck is turned away and finally gathered in by Manhattanville and Meredith, but she turns it over to Paydos. Paydos playing through the body there as she was able to dispossess the puck and gets it down low. Slow rolling pass. Paydos trying to keep this inside the line as the Valiants had a little bit of trouble with that breakout. 7:30 left to go, but it will clear all the way down ice where Begas goes back to retrieve behind Riley. 7:25 remaining. Johnson pivoting away with it here. Taps it up the boards. Held into the right point. We get a whistle as Braden James ranges over to touch the puck with 7:19 to go. And there will be a penalty here on Manhattanville. And it will be going against Braden James. Utica to the power play. They don't come much bigger than this. They have a chance to tie the game.
Yeah, and especially with only 7 minutes remaining, you got to wonder, you know, if they miss up on this chance, I mean, time's really going to be coming down to, it's going to be crunch time pretty soon. So if they can get it done in early quick, and then they could possibly go towards finding a way to win this game, because they are not far out of it. Here's it's been very tightly contested on many sides of this.
Olivia Hershey with the puck here as she carried it back behind the Manhattanville net after the face-off win, and now here come the Valiants the other way. Lopes leaves this into the corner. Johnson back to get it, or rather Begas does a great job turning into the puck and now leaves it ahead for Hershey. Hershey on the move, gains the offensive blue line before the puck was lifted off of her blade by Ellis Smith, and it comes back out to center ice. Utica having some trouble here on their zone entries. Brown stepping up to the offensive blue line, gets it through the defender. Brown with it, keeps it alive for Hershey. Hershey dragging it through the slot. Loose puck comes over, left side, rising shot just missed. A half open net there for Hosbeek, as Pajaka was diving around looking for it there. There was an opening for Hosbeek, but she just guided it high and wide amidst the helter-skelter play there. Back up top, Begas bouncing puck. It jumps onto the pads of Pajaka, made the save, rebound alive, back to Hershey, and with the shot and another save by Pajaka. And this time play stops with 6:17 to go.
Yeah, and obviously on for tonight, that is actually Manhattanville's 7th penalty here. So obviously this is Utica's 6th penalty play after one of the penalties actually balanced out. But I mean, it's got to beg the question. They have not been able to score on any of the power plays, I don't believe. So I mean, you got to question whether or not, you know, this power play ending could be even more beneficial than them actually retrieving it.
Santulo wins this back to Cornick. Santulo today has been extraordinary, by the way, on faceoff. So I'll pull the faceoff number for her up when I get an opportunity. Donor centering this one. Came off the forehand of Santulo. Lunging for it was Donor, and Donor poked it into the corner. Puck dug away by the Valiants. They will get it beyond the blue line as Morgan Wilm guided it out to neutral ice. Little trouble trying to keep the play on side here as Donor tried to drag it over and then held up. Rink wide pass to Santulo, broken up. Nice job there by Morgan Wilm. Taps it up to the offensive blue line for Manhattanville, and that's where Donor got a touch on it. Leaves it for Dion, and she zips the rink wide pass over to Kirsten Johnson. Johnson back across to Dion. 16 seconds left in the power play. Utica needs to get back in and get set up, and they will be able to here. Cornick with a bouncing puck into the low slot, just beyond the grasp of Staniszewski. Held into the right point. Dion with a shot. That was blocked down in front. Comes out the other side to Cornick, and she rolls a puck along as well. Is guided wide of the cage as the penalty expires. Puck is locked up on the right wing board. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. The power play over with 5:08 left to go.
Yeah, another missed opportunity now, and with 5 minutes remaining, you got to wonder if Utica College is going to be able to turn up a little bit more and possibly hopefully get this goal to tie it up.
Cornick ahead to Brown. Brown will gain the zone here. Brown cutting left. Brown trying to find a way to the front. Put a shot on. The rebound was there, and overskating it there was Dion. And promptly coming to her aid is Mency. Pajaka with a save there. 4:40 left to go. Long shot off the zone entry by Mency. A long rebound left into the corner where it's picked up by Tittman. Tittman tried the center. It was intercepted by Hosbeek. Here comes Utica back the other way. Hosbeek on to McFadden. McFadden carries to the middle and is finally bumped out of the play there. A good back check by Zoe Pelowitz. But the Pioneers will stay strong on it in the corner. Ricky Hobb. Keeping the feet moving there in the middle of the scramble for the puck. McFadden in support, able to keep the play alive out to the corner. Up to the point. Fanning on it initially, Pados leaves it down low. And the pass intended for Ricky Hobb is intercepted, and the Valiants will get a much-needed clear-out with 4:04 left to go. They'll get changes on.
Yeah, another missed opportunity there by Fitzuri. Obviously whiffing a little bit on that shot. Here's Manhattanville going to obviously get another opportunity as they strike it down.
2-1. Valiants, 3:52 remaining in the third period of play. Rink-wide pass for Ellis Smith. Came off the boards, was intercepted. Up to the red line. Swept along. Valiants with it. Lopez looking down the middle, and that was deflected away by Cornick. And Boursoy will leak it out across the neutral zone. Far wing side with the puck. Good job here by Johnson to fight through contact. Loose puck is left here at the top of the circle after she gained the line through a couple of poke checks. And ultimately was turned back to the center circle here. Pados trying to re-enter. Got hemmed up a little bit and had to touch up beyond the blue line. 3:12 left to go. It's 2-1 Valiants here at the Utica Memorial Auditorium. These two teams again, they'll meet tomorrow afternoon. I believe it's a 2 p.m. start. Long leak out ahead, could be trouble here. Valiants coming in with a perspective breakaway, and Vegas took the legs out from underneath Wilm. And there will be a hooking call here with 2:54 left to go.
That's going to be a crucial call there, as that will leave Utica shorthanded for majority of the rest of this game here. Actually, it'll leave about 54 seconds left on the clock for a potential, quick break. But I mean, it's good to see that Manhattanville is actually, despite the 1-goal lead, they aren't just, playing in a conservative way as the way to hold the 1-goal lead. They're actually trying to, pursue a more comforting lead. And Utica has a sense of urgency, it seems like, out there.
Now, fed towards the front, left angle feed to the front there by Lopes, and that was deflected high in the air and back to the point. Zoe Pelowitz down to Zoo down to Lopes. Lopes on the side of the net, zipped it off the pads of Riley, and then Utica coming to the end of their goaltender as Dion cleared it all the way out. 1:46 left, 52 seconds to go on the power play. Donor stepping up on forecheck pressure here as the Valiants hand it off to Anna Tittman. Tittman now deals it back out to the opposite corner. Pelowitz under some heat, and a good job there by Donor to hem up the play as the puck hops high and out of play with 1:31 to go.
Yeah, another thing to point out too, obviously you mentioned Utica College coach, Dave Clausen, obviously really stressed out right now, knowing that the crunch time is now, and the time is now to get a goal. And he's not the only one here, as obviously the last penalty was conducted, for Utica, and obviously she's looking over there. She knows she messed up in that regard, and obviously you can sense an urgency here as a timeout's called. So
30-second timeout here. We're gonna take a 30-second break here on WPNR 90.7 FM as we have a 60-second timeout on the ice. Back in a moment.
Stats, highlights, live video coverage, and to see our upcoming broadcast. schedule. That's ucpioneers.com. They've got you covered. Listen to your Pioneers anywhere by streaming game audio at pioneerradio.org or tune in locally at 90.7 FM, the voice of the Pioneers. You're listening to Pioneers Hockey, only on 90.7 FM WPNR.
And we're back here on WPNR 90.7 FM, where the Valiants of Manhattanville hold a 2-1 late third period lead on Utica. And you have to imagine at this point the things being gone over right now in the Utica huddle. Face-off set plays and making sure that those are buttoned up. What time the goaltender's coming to the bench. All those little items here with 90 seconds to go. Utica down by a goal with a player in the penalty box. All those things have to kind of be buttoned up here, and that's why Dave Clausen called his 1-minute timeout. He's got Riley out to the hash marks here, which tells me on a one draw she's coming out of the net here, but instead it's Lopes carrying into the zone off the one draw for Manhattanville. Tried to center it to the front. It was well defended there by Dion, who stepped in front of it. Dion taps the puck up the right wing side. Has it to Donor. Donor fighting through Pelowitz. Donor charging down the right wing. Mency pivoting back for it here. Mency spun into the far wing boards. Valiant some trouble with the curve on this breakout as Staniszewski found the puck on the intercept and wedged it across the slot, but there was nobody home. Staniszewski, or rather Santulo, or Donor, looking for Staniszewski there on the pass, and just wasn't able to connect there. 46 seconds left to go here, third period. Manhattanville 2, Utica 1 the score.
Yeah, and they just got the full strength here, so hopefully Utica can make a push as they bring their goalie in to make it 6-on-5.
Yeah, the goaltender has been pulled for the extra attacker. Staniszewski here in neutral ice. It's left back for Dion. Dion cross ice. Here's Kornick lugging in over the line. Kornick, a long shot, came off a leg. 22 seconds left to go. Down into the corner, a scrum for it here. Dion trying to dig this puck out. Hershey trying to get involved as well as the loose puck pops over, and Staniszewski will poke it up the wall. Hosby across. Vegas, long shot in there. Rebound alive, turn towards goal by Kornick, and a save by Pajaka.
And that's going to be the...
And there was about a 3-second runoff on the clock after the save here, as it got down to 0.6 before the clock was stopped. And that is going to come back up a little bit here.
Yeah, 2.6 seconds now.
They're going to give them two back.
Yeah, one last play. That's basically going to be it. So hopefully Utica, obviously when they had the huddle, they probably drew something up in case it was to come up. So, we'll see what they have planned, because Utica, obviously, in terms of conference play, they don't want that first loss.
Big face-off coming up here for Santulo. Wins it cleanly on the forehand to the wing. Hershey to the front, trying to create one more chance. And Pajaka with the save at the horn. Manhattanville will escape with a 2-1 win here in the first of two games in our weekday series in the United Collegiate Hockey Conference. The Manhattanville Valiants